This video is going to be all about the fact that we can actually theme and tweak your system. In the sense of theming, let's get rid of some frames. So these are all frames, you see it by the design here. And if we say a super R, a frame is killed. So the application that was in that frame is moved to frame to the right here. When I delete this frame, these two guys will come into that frame. So super R, and now they're divided over the screen like this. Super Q, kill this one, and super Q, kill this one. We're talking about these lines, about all the attributes. So attra is attributes for the theme, for the active color, for etc, etc. So maybe we should add something as well, so you can keep on looking for nice things in there. So if you keep typing, then you can say, I'm gonna change the attribute of, okay, theme. And then it's up to you to figure out what you're gonna need. So you can change all these, let's call it variables, all these settings. And we have a certain amount of them, not to say that we have all of them. So they're probably in there that we don't use. Like the color seems not to be there, and so on. So things can be changed, can be added, and you take a look what you can use. Now what is in here are some colors, and we have Atom, and Atom has the advantage that you can install a lot more, install packages and themes. And what I always typically do is install pigments, which gives me the color that was displayed there in hexadecimal. No, it was, what was it, hexadecimal? Can be RGB, can be RGBA. I mean, it's gonna show me visually what that color is. Otherwise I have to copy paste it, go to Google, paste it in there, and I know also the color. There are other ways, of course, but things, a workflow is important. So I've chosen, of course, ArcoLinux, the ArcoLinux color. So that's the color for our logo. That's the color we see in here. And it's now time to make our own thing. So make it our own Hlwm WM. So you go and figure out, and how do you figure out what is what? I say that in any of our tiling window manager tutorials, you make RGB, you make a red thing. So if I say I'm gonna make this FF0000, this one stands for red. First two is red, and the second two is green, and the other two are blue. And it's not 256, but it's FF as maximum. FF is 256 hexadecimal. So if we save it, we should see something. We see anyway something here, but this thing has not been loaded yet. Super Shift R, and then you wait, and you see if there is anything that's gonna change. You see? So when it's focused, it's gonna be red, a very bad background. So let's take another background. We see here the red line, and we have here the focus. Maybe you like it like this, and that everything is focused. So the active color, that's this one. And then you have lots of other things. And the inner color, how much, what color should that be? I don't know. Maybe you should take something green. I don't know if we can see it, because it all depends if you have given it a border width. If you don't give it a width, you say no border or width of 0 and stuff like that, then of course you won't see it. So it's really experimenting what you would like to have as a color. We've set, I think it was standard, urgent color being orange, but like I said, I have never seen anything urgent yet, so I still have to wait for my orange color somewhere. So all these attributes can be tested out. You can have a border width. Let's always exaggerate. The best thing to do is exaggerate and then see what happens. So yeah, I think that particular variable is setting my border width. Okay, clearly. So that's how we learn. And that is a floating border, floating, inner color black, inner width. about 10, save, reload, and that's how I made my theme. That's how you should make yours. Again, let's take another wallpaper because it's not that good. You see, we have now a theme inner, so this thing is here changed considerably because this is also theme 10. 10. Then we have, if we have 5 here and reload, we're probably gonna see something different. If we take another wallpaper again, yes, we see something in here. You see, it's not so good, but it is something here. So it's figuring out how to change things. Same applies for all the frames. So the frame, we've explained now what a frame is. So a super O thing is another frame. So I've decided to actually give a frame some spacing so we do know that a frame is working. The focus is on always show the frame. If you say this to 0, that would be very complicated to people. And there is nothing. This is how it used to be. I said, what's happening? My window is split in 2. But there is something in here, but I just can't focus on it. I can do Alt Tab and then it becomes, well, clear that something is here, right? Because of my own coloring again. Because if I don't color this, then you don't see anything. So Alt Tab, it's gone. So it's a little bit tricky working with all these frames. Oh, look at that, nice little border that we set somewhere up there, right? So it's up to you to decide to change things around. Follow the mouse, done, border active, not active, what color, background, active color. So the window gap, for instance, maybe you'd like it with 0. Often people say, okay, a tiling window manager is essentially real estate and all the pixels should be used and don't use the gaps. But I like particularly the gaps because of the fact that you see your wallpaper through it, and that's, oh yeah, so we can scroll over it. I haven't explained that yet. So we can scroll on the polybar, but that's actually a polybar thing and not a head of slew thing. So the window gap, how do we see that? Kill the frame, because we're looking at frames. Super R, this is gone. Let's kill this thing. Ctrl T. We created strange gaps now. So it's a mixture of all not interesting, where we screwed it up basically. So Ctrl Z is maybe the best way to just go back. Ctrl Z, save, reload, and then take a look at the gap. So this is the normal gap, the normal setting. Everything is back. Ctrl Z. There's no way to. Nothing's changed. Let's say like that. So the window gap. Well, we set 0, so we're going to go for 0. This is, well, without any gap in between. So it's really using all the space, but there are some borders. So if you say, I don't like the borders either, then you keep going and making changes to the scripts up here. All right, enjoy your fun. This is the fun stuff. Some coloring, some gaps, some frame paddings. So a lot of things to do and to see what you like and what's best for you. All right, enjoy.